There's the step lancer, and there's a gap on the stone gate. Oh no! He's now sending villagers forward. He's gonna lose the villager to the bear! Makes contact, and there we go. Oh no, he's using the sheep to
Yeah.
No!
No! Oh, it goes a little too fancy.
Or what are you doing? The Great Migration. What is happening?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone who has participated in the Den Battle Royale tournament, and welcome to the Den Battle Royale prizes and awards ceremony. I'm Neo.
I'm Kajarson.
And I am Pride Gaming.
Super. Thank you very much for joining me, gentlemen. It's been a fantastic tournament. I think we've all had a really good time watching, casting, and playing the games. Of course, sadly, none of the admin team performed particularly strongly, but we're very happy to be running through the results of our tournament today. And we'll soon get started with the finalist results, second place results, and importantly, the distribution of the Den Battle Royale prize pool. So without further ado, we will jump in to the prizes and the awards. So firstly, to run over the winners and second place for each league, we had a very exciting set of finals, some absolutely brilliant moments, and we're finally very pleased to be able to announce the winners and the runner-up in each group. So to kick things off, in Platinum League, in first place, we have the one and only Videra, and coming in at a close second, the German hero, Broccoliba. On Gold League, we have the Canadian Showdown. In first place, we have Conconium. And in second place, we have Sneaky Stab.
And in Silver League, we had a matchup, a seven-game master matchup between Core Demon and Humble. That Core Demon did win, so he does take first place, and Humble taking the second place in that one.
And rounding us off with Bronze League, we have the very talented and exciting Chopsticks taking first place. Coming up right behind him, Nosta, in probably one of his few tournaments that he's played.
Super. And so we will move on to the prize pool distribution. As you know, the Den Battle Royale set in place a system where every single league has an equal share of the prize pool. So in a lot of tournaments, traditionally, the majority of the prize pool goes to the higher leagues. Because of this tournament setting being focused on the low to medium ELO community, we wanted to ensure that everyone has a fair share of the prize pool. The total tournament prize pool was $440, and a huge thank you to all of our sponsors for the tournament. This would not have been possible to produce without your support, and we're very, very thankful for that. We won't run over further details, but you can see here that each league, the first place position has been awarded $82.50, and second place has been awarded $27.50. And a huge congratulations to all of our players, and thank you for participating in the Den Battle Royale. So outside of our amazing prize pool, we wanted to take an opportunity as a host team to recognize some of the best moments, greatest players, and talk about some additional awards, highlight the very special list of players we've had involved in this tournament. So to kick things off, we have the award for the Socotra champion. This individual played Socotra how we all wanted it to be played. Max flaming, full aggression, takes no prisoners, and I think for all of us, Broccoliba really demonstrated the standard for which Socotra should be played with. He was super aggressive. I did not see a single boring game for Socotra from him, and I don't think he lost any one of those games. So Broccoliba, thank you for creating the level of Socotra chaos that we all wanted to see in this tournament. Next, we have the most improved player, and we want to give a very special shout out to Nosta. He has very few games on Age of Empires in total. I believe this is his second only ever tournament, and this man was able to power through to the grand finals of the Bronze League. Every single game, we saw improvement, we saw consistency, we saw him learning and developing from his mistakes in the previous games, and he played a very, very convincing final against Chopsticks. So a big shout out to Nosta, well done. It's been great seeing your performance improve, and we really hope to see you dominating tournaments in the future.
And moving on, we have more awards, of course, and it's one for the most off-meta player, which goes to none other than the winner of Bronze League, Chopsticks. And many of you may have had a chance to see him in this tournament and the others do some really crazy stuff. And we had Aztecs TC droppings, we had Dark Age Militiamen in appalling numbers, honestly. but it was definitely fun. It was definitely crazy, and it was definitely off the charts. So it was definitely enjoyable as well, especially for us as players and the casters. You always have to wonder how pleasurable it is for the guy playing against it on the other side. And another one, a bit of a different one, is actually the most consistent player. And that one goes to the winner of the highest bracket in the tournament, himself, Mr. Videira. And he has won this award by simply, well, basically losing just one game in the tournament. And it came at a moment where he was already 3-0 up in the finals themselves. So nearly a perfect tournament for him. From start to finish, we've seen some amazing play. And one that really stuck out to me is the fact that this man has lost water on Crater Lake and then won the game as well. So that's not something you see every day, but definitely overall a very, very consistent performance and a deserved win for him in the end.
Rounding off the first set of awards, we now move on to the biggest douche and douchey. This is a co-winner for this award, with the biggest douche going to Huggy, where he played an African clearing game with a total of 6 douche attempts in one game, along with the biggest douchey, which goes to myself. Thank you everyone for getting douched the most in this entire tournament, a total of 7 times across all sets. We now go over to the biggest Titanic moment for the tournament. This one was a bit difficult to determine the actual award winner, but we gave it to Uncle Jorgen himself, for the sole reason that he lost half his entire eco on a Socotra game by sending it under his opponent's TC while idling his own TC for 3 minutes. Mr. Neoanderson, do you have any thoughts regarding these awards?
Well, I mean, these were all fantastic awards, and we had a lot of discussion, as you guys know, about who to award each of these allocations to. There were some fantastic options for everything. I think for me, just seeing the sheer volume of TC douche attempts on African Clearing, I was streaming that game, casting it, and it was insane. Huggy obviously was already, I believe, 2-0 down. He knew he needed to come up with something special, and the man decides to end in style and grace in true Den Battle Royale fashion and go for the douche attempts. And, you know, just, I don't know if you know this, Pride, but Lix and I, when we did our 2v2 versus you guys, we really wanted to make sure that every game we were going to douche you, but unfortunately we were never far enough ahead to do that. But we wanted to continue in this transition, the tradition rather of that happening. What about you, Kaja?
Well, I definitely had a lot of fun choosing these as well, and it was also fun kind of reminiscing about everything that happened in the tournament. There were some glorious moments and some glorious plays and players for sure. I mean, I am kind of, well, subjective in that regard. You all know my love for Socotra, so I'm really happy to see that we have a special prize for it. And spoiler, I'm not the one who actually said we should do this award. That's something that's a bonus for me right there. But definitely all of these, I think that when we think it through, are amazing. And I'm honestly also liking the most improved player award for Nasta. And I think it's amazing to see him grow as a player. And I do hope that going forward we see him in other tournaments. Maybe we see him in team games in the Den as well. That would be great. And I guess we can take it from there. And what about you, Pride? What do you like the most so far?
I think the one thing I have to comment on the most is the most off-meta player here, who just Chopsticks, who I will have to say had an incredible final, and finishing the final off in the very last game by winning with Flemish Militia and no other army, except for like 3 castles in his own base. He literally just pressed the Flemish Militia button at 120 pop, sent everything into Nosta's base, and just sat back and relaxed for the rest of the game. And that is how he won the entire tournament, which is probably the most incredible move I've seen so far in this entire tournament, in the entirety of it. Other than that, I think most of these awards are well deserved for all the players and people involved. I think some of these awards have been either very one-person based, or they came very close to having multiple people, or at least someone else close enough to getting these awards. But I think so far we're very happy with the players chosen for each of these. And with all that being said, we now move on back to Mr. Neoanderson as we continue our coverage for the second set of awards for the tournament.
Yes, indeed, and thank you. So we have another set of exciting awards here. The first one is, of course, the biggest boomer, and this one goes out to Welcome to Rapture. This is a man who likes to play closed maps. Even though he found himself in a relatively open map tournament, he pretty much made every map into arena, sat back and boomed to the 40-minute mark, and he would ride or die off the back of that boom. And I think there was no question in this category that this man is, without doubt, unequivocally, the biggest boomer we've seen in the tournament. And to his great credit, it got him all the way up to the semi-finals. So well played to him. Next, we have the most iconic player, and this is a very special award that many of us would have no doubt be surprised to see here. None other than the Gold Roger. This player is infamous in the Den community to challenging for 1v1s. He only sees dead opponents. He does not see anything else. If you challenge this man to a 1v1, it's become a bit of a rite of passage, I'd say, in the Den Discord. And all the way through the tournament, I think everyone was always hyped to see a Gold Roger game. You know you can expect chaos. You know you can expect aggression. And I think this individual really captured for us the true mentality of what this tournament was about, which was about being aggressive, getting that true Battle Royale sense. And I think this well deserved here to Mr. Gold Roger. So thank you, Gold Roger, for all of your amazing games and your continued presence in the tournament. I hope to see you in some more games soon. Over to you, Mr. Kaja.
Well, thank you. And the next one being the most unexpected KD, and it goes to Gaia herself, with 47 kills across all sets. And you may as well all recall that we did have a Boer Wars segment, and they definitely deserved a special award as well, because, and this is not just a random number we placed in, it participated in approximately 85, I think the precise number is 87% of all the sets in the tournament. So we really didn't lack any Boer Wars, we didn't lack any Gaia kills, and Gaia definitely earned her spot on this list. And I'm happy to see her there as well. And we also do want to give a shout out to the community standouts here, which we do believe are Fizzy Blue and Humble Lord here, for the amount of time you actually spent in the streams and watched the games and covered everything. We do believe you might be the people like basically next to us that have seen the highest number of games and the highest number of streams as well. To be fair, like maybe even more than some of us, depending on how work went and similar. So definitely a big thank you to you guys as well. Glad to have you around, glad to have you in the community, and we hope to see you around for the next time as well. And that being said, there's 2 more awards, and I think it's the perfect way for Pride to cover it.
Thank you, Mr. Kajarson. We now go with the Supporting the Tournament award, and these awards go easily to Uncle Jurgen, who has spent a lot of his own time to help any of the players in the Discord that required any assistance or anything else that they needed regarding rules or clarifications and stuff like that. Also taking his time to actually stream all as well and cast the most, or at least a majority of these Battle Royale games, which is very, very appreciated from our side as the admin team and as also the casting team. Also another big shout out to the 5th tourney community, who very generously donated to a small portion of the total prize pool that went towards this entire tournament. So a great shout out towards them as well. And we now end off with the Master of the Sheets tournament award. And just to clarify, we're talking about spreadsheets, nothing else. Which goes to Lixt. However, we have to make sure that everyone remembers that myself and Kaja here have taken the award by right of conquest in our 2v2 show match back in a couple of weeks ago. With those awards being said, we now go back to Mr. Neoanderson for our final thoughts on these awards.
Yeah, I mean, a fantastic set of awards here. I really like a lot of these. You know, the community has really grown throughout this process, which has been fantastic. And to see the level of engagement from a lot of people, obviously Fizzy and Humblelord being the standouts. But, I'm just so grateful to see new people in all of our streams. The Den as a community has really grown as well. And it's been fantastic. I think huge shout outs from me to Jorgen, just to mirror what you said, Pride. He was being hugely helpful in the tournament. We would not have been able to cover the number of games we did without him. So a huge thank you to him. And Lix, the spreadsheet mastermind, not often seen around on the streams, but behind the scenes, Lix was very, very busy in the sheets, producing all of the administration which supported this tournament. So a huge thank you to him. What about you, Mr. Kaja?
Well, I love the wording of that. Likes was very busy in the sheets. That's there's a special award for that for sure as well. Not in this tournament though, but definitely another set of awards I'm glad we're basically giving out and that we're shouting out to people. There's one thing I do want to point out and do want to mention that was a highlight for myself personally, as you all know how much I love, Willy's dying as a part of this game, is that when it comes to the unexpected KDs, aside from Gaia, I think an honorable mention definitely goes out to Gardo or Killer Gardo, because in a game on Boglands against Humblelord, he did get a total of over 300 villager kills. So not total game kills, it was just villager kills, and it was a beauty to watch. You could literally press any part of the screen and you could see villagers dying, and that's basically what I played the game for. So definitely enjoyed that one, but I'm definitely happy and I was happy to see people like Fizzy and Humble be around in all of the streams. I was definitely happy to see Jürgen jump in so many times in cover and then help us cover all of this as well. It was a great experience, and I'm happy for the people that won these prizes as well. The awards actually. But yeah, and that being said, Pride, you want to take us further?
Thank you, sir. My thoughts on these, I think every single award here is definitely well deserved, including the Gaia Award, which I think is personally my favorite award in this list. For personal reasons, for the most part, I just did enjoy doing the Boar War segment throughout the entirety of this tournament. I think another thing that did come across as well, that going through all the recordings, the streams and live streams and casts and everything like that, actually keeping count of the kills and the situation. Gaia was there throughout the entirety. There was no one division that had less or more. It was fairly even throughout. The Platinum division had just as many boar kills as Bronze League, which is pretty insane in my mind, considering that there's about 600 elo difference in total. So that for me, I think, is probably one of the craziest awards we've had so far for the tournament, and I think that those numbers in of themselves are probably just insane, and they should never happen in any tournament.
Gaia knows no elo.
Exactly.
True. Transcends elo.
So with that, we move on to our final words. So we should give this back to Mr. Neoanderson.
So finally, we just wanted to say, as the host team, a huge special thanks for everyone participating in the Den Battle Royale. It's genuinely been a huge pleasure for us to run the tournament, and we feel very privileged that we've had such a successful event. And we really hope to see you back here again if we do some future stuff in this space. Please do stick around the Discord. We regularly play team and community games. Pride's also running community games on his channel. And we'd love to see you sticking around, playing with us. I think we've made a lot of friends. We've met new legends. We've seen new memes, new builds, everything. And we'd love to see that continue. We will be releasing a post-tournament questionnaire following this video, and I'd be really grateful if you could provide your input to that. It really helps us just understand your feedback, what went well, what didn't, where we can improve, and just some wider thoughts around the general kind of administration and casting we've done for the tournament. So GG, good luck, have fun. We will now talk as a group about some of our favorite moments.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson, for the closing words for the slideshow. We now discuss amongst ourselves what are probably our own opinions and final thoughts regarding this entire tournament. I think, in my personal opinion, for having participated in multiple tournaments across different leagues and different Discord channels, I can say that I think this one was well prepared and well admin, and not just because we're the admin team itself, but I think overall we did not have any issues in the long run that actively derailed the tournament whatsoever, or anything like that. We've never really had any scheduling conflicts other than maybe 1 or 2, but overall with 64 players in the tournament, everything went very smoothly, and I think overall most feedback so far has been very positive, which I think is the best sign we could have ever hoped for this entire thing. Honorable mentions from myself and in terms of moments for this tournament would have to be definitely Gold Roger and his entire set. Every single game he has played are absolutely entertaining, and it's just so much fun to watch him play. And I can't say it's the same playing against him. It's not as fun, but it's definitely entertaining. Other than that, I think probably some other things that I would have to point out immediately would be probably the favorite jokes that came out of this tournament. Were the boar kills, like the boar wars in general. I think the organ donor joke probably my favorite overall, and of course I think the community favorite, especially a Kajarson favorite, the village dying. Other than that, myself, I have nothing else to say for this tournament. So with that, I go ahead and hand it over to our good friend Mr. Kajarson here for his final statements.
Well, thank you, Bride. I mean, I've had, first and foremost, and what is, I believe, the general idea and plan of these, a lot of fun during this tournament. And since we are being honest, a lot of work around it as well. But it was definitely effort well invested, and it definitely paid off in the sense of that, like, we basically wanted to kind of find a way to give back to the community that gave a lot to us as well, because we all enjoyed playing tournaments, met a lot of people playing tournaments and casting tournaments and being around them. And this was the first tournament we organized, so it was a hell of a lot of work. It was a hell of a lot of fun. It was overall a great experience. There's some unforgettable moments, some unforgettable people, some unforgettable or forgettable casts as well. But definitely something that, if possible, we would love to do again in the future. But for now, just looking back at this one, I think, and judging by the reactions of the people so far and your feedback that you've given us, I do believe it's been went pretty well, and it's went pretty good, and that's something I'm happy about. And I think we can look back on it with pride, and I mean the word, not the person. Even though we are looking back at it with pride right now in that regard as well. But definitely, again, and I have to give another special thanks to Gardo. Thank you for letting me cast a game where we had 300 eco kills. It's all I want. It's all I wanted. And that being said, I just want to kick it back over to our host, the man of the hour, the man, the myth, the legend. And for those of you who followed closely, he has another nickname as well, but we're gonna skip it this time around.
Let's look at demonetized. Thank you, Kaja. And I just want to start with a huge thank you to the best dressed hosting team in the Age of Empires community. I think we've really seen the flair and sophistication, the suave nature of the team. Unfortunately, Lix couldn't be with us today because he's not feeling great, but it's been genuinely a huge pleasure working with the three of you. Everyone can see it. This tournament would not have been possible without the incredible effort you guys put into this. Pride streaming like a madman, uploading everything to YouTube has really provided a great deal of coverage. Kajarson's probably come up with the most memeable clips of this entire tournament with his humor, myself included, to his previous reference, and it's been genuinely really good fun. Lix, obviously, from behind the scenes, all of the slides you saw, the backgrounds, a lot of the art was created by him, and a lot of the organization that sits behind this was with him. So just from my perspective, it's been a genuine pleasure working with the three of you. This tournament would not have been possible without the time and effort you put in. So just a huge thank you from me. It's been really good fun, and I'm very glad you've joined me in the level of sartorial elegance that we've set forward here. Nilly's apartment could put your hand out. Maybe Neo's apartment can replace that in future years. Obviously, there's a black tie code for that. But yeah, just to finish off, a huge thank you to all of our players. Realistically, this tournament wouldn't be possible without you guys taking the time out of your weeks to schedule these games. I know a lot of people are busy, but we made it work, time zones, etc. It's genuinely been a great deal of fun to watch, to be a part of. I'm very devastated that none of the admins made it to the final. We were really hoping to win some cash back for our time, but unfortunately, we all Titanicked a little bit. I guess the rumours of us being Smurfs were greatly unfounded. But yeah, big thank you to you, the community. please stick around in the Discord. Please complete the post-tournament survey questionnaire. It's really helpful to us all. And again, this has been a fantastic event. It's been the first time we've done this. We look forward to working on similar projects in the future. And with that, I think I'll leave it there. So thank you very much, everybody, and goodbye from me.
Goodbye from myself as well.
And before I say my final goodbye, with probably our favorite moments, as we leave you with a couple of clips from the tournament for your enjoyment.
Enjoy, everyone.
Hope to see you around.
I'm going to start the clip now. Emma Stonewalls, the fiend of score being scouting in water, has fish boomed African clearing, ladies and gentlemen. We have a fish boom. How many fishing ships have we got? 5 fishing traps here. More over here. Emma Stonewalls, the first player in the tournament to fish boom an African clearing, and no doubt the last one. Big congratulations to Emma for having the tenacity and next level.
Catch him, catch him.
Oh yeah. They're on the way.
Yep. There we go. That is beautiful. That's beautiful. Kill more villagers.
I think we will get the 300 number before we see the GG.
Yep, there we go. That's 298. 299. 300! We have 300 villager kills in a game. Gardo is absolutely mental.
So now the Persians have arrived.
And we do have Eldorado Eagles in now. So Eldorado Eagles completed for Sin, and he has 26, soon to be 30 of them on the field. With nice upgrades on them, just missing 1 level on both. Ooh, organ guns. Organ guns. Where are we going? We are donating organ guns. We are donating organ guns. I guess that's why they're organ guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never thought about that one. Oh, yeah, I think that was.
Look at the minimap. Let's see if that TC goes down. Longden going up to fuel. What is happening? TC goes down. It's the TC draw.
Tactical
Everything
nuke
is going to die.
inbound, ladies and gentlemen. We're slowing things down as we are surely about to see the Armenians do what the Armenians do best.
Although
First demo's
one-time
out.
micro them.
3 ships down with the first 2 demos. Paulie holding his powder until he sees what's coming. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Prepare the clip. The demos are coming in from the Armenian player. And this navy is about to be obliterated. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my gosh. There was a Bourbon navy here at some point. The Armenians, gentlemen. Broccoli is committing to the art of the lane and is walling in Mr. Huggy's berries. Atrocious play.
This is 1600 elo play, no question.
And look at this! Huggy responds back by walling in the gold! Oh my god, this entire game needs to go in the highlight reel. Broccoli chasing away with the villager, but still, this is absolute madness. Huggy now sees Broccoli on the berries, isn't responding. He will see it as he walks past. This is